Hey there, this is Marlon from Marley Mac Media, back again with another beat project. Today I've got a project which is based around Afrobeats, and it's based on a track by an artist called CKay. What I'll do is I'll do a playthrough so you can actually hear and see how this track was put together. And towards the end of the video, I will walk you through some of the elements inside the project so you can actually see what's going on. Also, I'll be giving away some free files from inside this very project. So make sure you stick around. I'll let you know how you can grab those. And if you want to get the full project file, I'll also be making that available in terms of this full Logic project with all my sounds, settings and samples, everything that I've done in here with my MIDI clips and chords. And also the trackouts. So if you use another DAW, you'll be able to still utilize the sounds and so on. Let's go ahead and do the playthrough. Okay, so to run through this with you, what I've got here are some melodies at the top. Then we've got the drum elements inside a group here, and pretty much everything is there to be able to mix together well. And we've got a bass here, and most of it is towards here is just some percussions. We have all sorts of things going on here, shakers, tambourines, and so on, right? So this is going to sort of like add, or this has added to the sort of interest to the overall sound. And then the very last thing I've got here is an audio track with a vocal chop. So this is an Apple loop that I've just basically found inside my loops library here inside Logic. And what I've done is I've pitch shifted to give you that sort of sound there that you hear accenting the beat throughout. Now, what I'll do is I'll just quickly solo a couple of these and let you hear what the first part of the track sounds like just with those chords. So let's start with that one there, which is an electric piano. So I've got two electric pianos on here. Actually, I'll just play one first. I'll show you the chords for that. And if I bring in the other one, next thing we have is the guitars, or the guitar, acoustic guitar there. Now, all of these are using Logic instruments. So I haven't used any third-party instruments. So as you can see here, this is the classic electric piano. And for the guitar, it's basically a sample. It's the Logic sampler. Now, in terms of the drums, like I've shown you before, I've got them in a group. So if I toggle this down, you'll see all the various drums on here. Actually, I've got some effects in here as well from the mixer. I've basically brought in the auxiliary tracks so I could export the effects like the reverbs and stuff like that. So I've basically got all the main reverbs on some send and return tracks just inside the mixer here. And with Logic, you have to kind of actually bring them into the main window in order to export them. So that's why these are there. So really the drums are just these four. So I've got a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat. I'll just kick those off. So basically, if I just solo this one here, it's actually filtered a little bit, just with an EQ to give it that sound. So if I turn that off, you can hear the difference. So you've got the kick there. And all of this is just coming from an instance of the Drum Machine Designer. So if I come up to the main here we go. So basically it's just the Drum Machine Designer. Started with a blank track and brought in the samples into here. And you can see it's just straightforward there. Let's bring in the hi-hats. Very basic Afrobeats type of rhythm. Now the other aspect to this that's really important are the percussions. I've got them all in a group here, so I could control them together for the mix. So I'll just bring in the percussions now so you can actually hear what those sound like. I've got quite a few on the tracks here and one effect. So it looks like, yeah, all of these up here, except for that one, are different sounds. This one is a timbale and it just brings in that roll. If I solo this here and come across, that sound there, that's the timbale. And if I go across, we've got a cabasa. Just giving you some accent sounds at that point. And then when you come over here to the shaker, you can barely hear it actually. Really low in the mix. But if we're bringing these other ones, it gives it that groove, right? Now, other than that, I've got some white noise going on here at the start of the track. And this is just an instance of the ES2 with some custom adjustments that I've made to it. So if you wanted to copy that, there it is on the screen. And other than that, I've got the vocal chops like I've showed you before. So I'll just solo that. And you can hear I've like really turned up the reverb on that. So it's going out to ascend here. And that gives it sort of like more of a smooth sound, I guess, and it's not so harsh. If I turn off the send here, you'll hear the difference with it being dry-ish. That's it. But with the send going out to a reverb, which is on the mixer in an auxiliary channel. So pretty much that's about it, except for the bass. I'll just show you the bass here. I'm not going to dig into every single little thing here. I've done some custom EQs and some custom settings as I went to make sure things sound okay. But the bass actually has about 3 different patterns in here. So if I just unsolo the whole thing and come over to where the bass comes in, which is here. And this bass is just a thumb bass preset in Logic. And I've done maybe some adjustments to the compressor to just tighten things up a little bit. So if we move further along, this is the second pattern. And then this other pattern. It's just following the chords. All right, so as promised, you'll be able to get for free the first 3 MIDI clips here. So these include the piano chords as well as the guitar. I'll be packaging those up inside my free VIP club. So if you remember, all you got to do is log in and you'll be able to see the link to download it. And you can load those into any DAW, see exactly what the chords are that I played. You can play it. You can use it with any sort of software instrument inside your DAW. Also, if you would like to get the full project file so you can actually use it as a jumping off point for your productions or to just deconstruct it, see what I've done together, all the full Logic profile is going to be packaged up as well and available over on marleymacmedia.com, and it will also include the trackouts, which are the audio files for each individual audio track here that can be used in any DAW. So it doesn't matter if you don't use Logic, you can actually still grab hold of all the stems or trackouts. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video because it helps it get seen more. And also leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Until next time, take care. Peace.